All right, we're going to do linear systems today now through elimination. So again, we're talking about two lines when they cross or if they cross, and the way we're going to solve this today is with elimination. We're using elimination today because if you notice, neither of these equations are in slope-intercept form. They are both in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. I do not have a y equals mx plus b. So with elimination, key or root word is eliminate. I'm going to eliminate something. So I'm kind of going to look at this as almost a giant addition problem. If I look, and instead of looking across but look down, see if there's something that might be able to cancel out. Whether or not I need to add it, subtract it, multiply, what I need to do. If I look here, a negative 4x and a positive 4x, if I was to add these together, will cancel out. So I'm going to make this one big giant addition problem because I know if I add them, I can cancel those out. Negative 4x plus 4x would cancel completely out. I'd have no x's. So I'm going to cancel those out. Next, negative 2 plus 8. They're both y's, so that's going to give me 6 y's. Negative 12 plus negative 24 is going to give me a negative 36. I am left with a nice, easy one-step equation. Draw my line, divide by 6, and I get that y equals negative 6. Awesome. Super easy. However, there is one part that can be difficult. I now need to find the x. Because remember, isn't it all about a point? I normally have an x comma y. They gave me we found the y this time. I got negative 6, but I still don't have the x. So I have to use one of these equations. If I see I have options, the top one all has negatives. The bottom one has positive, positive, and one negative. I'm going to use the bottom one because I don't want to deal with all those negatives. Again, it's up to you. So if I fill in the bottom one with what they gave me, y equals negative 6, I'm going to have 4x plus 8 times 6 equals negative 24. This is a regular equation. Now, I'm just going to do my 8 times 6 is 48. And I'll bring everything else down. 4x plus. I'm going to get rid of the 48 by subtracting 48 from both sides. These are going to cancel out. I'm left with 4x equals. I have two negatives, so basically I'm just adding these together. So I'm going to be left with negative 72. All right. And then I'm going to be taking and dividing by negative or positive 4, and I'm going to divide by 4 here, divide by 4 here. Those will cancel out, and I am left with x equals negative 18. So my point that would go in here would be negative 18. All right. That's my final answer. Where do these cross? Negative 18, negative 6. Let's try another one. Again, neither of these are y equals. They're not y equals a number. They're both in standard form. So I look. My x's, if I add those together, I would be left with 3 x's. They don't cancel out. If I add these together, I have a negative 1y and a positive 1y. If I add those together, they'll cancel out. So I'm going to add these together again. But this time, instead of my x's canceling out, my y's will. So when I add 1x plus 2x, I'm left with 3 x's. Negative y plus y cancels out. And 11 plus 19 is going to leave me with 30. Basic one-step equation. I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides to be left with x equals 10. But I'm not done. I have to fill it back in. Again, it's totally up to you. You can do this one, but I see a negative. And so I like to steer clear of them because we get messed up on them. So I'm going to use the second one again. Instead of x, I'm going to put 10 now. So 2 times 10, 2 times 10 plus y equals 19. All right, my goal is to get y by itself. So 2 times 10 is 20. So I got 20 plus y equals 19. I need to get that 20 to the other side by minusing it from both sides. Those cancel out, and I'm left with y equals negative 1. Now when I go to write this, x comes first, so I have to do 10 and -1. If you noticed on the one we did up here, if I got done, if I accidentally wrote that -6, -18, that would be backwards because x comes first. So -18 had to be first.